Hello and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. I'm Lionsmouth Gaming, and last time we got some things in order. We got our scanner room up and running. We got everything good to go. Today, a lot of the videos have finally released, and I'm going to be going through all of the comments and addressing them as we go. So, starting off, I was told I missed some stuff at Delta Station in episode 4. So, let's go check that out. See you guys there. Okay, back at Delta Station. I'm told that I didn't go in the observatory. So let's see if we can find that. Oh, is that the staircase over here? Maybe that's where I missed. No, because that leads up to here. Does this other path lead the same place? Appears to. Maybe I just didn't walk into the observatory itself. Maybe I just scanned it. That's highly probable. No, I'm in it. Maybe they don't need to mean the observatory building. I'll take the poster. Let's just have our scanner out just in case. Keep an eye out. I was also told to make sure that I scan the nameplates. So I'm going to go ahead and hop into each building and make sure I got that as well. So let's do that. I'd also like to take a look at the map that we found a little bit ago. There's the jukebox. Not seeing any nameplates quite yet. Alright. Ooh. Oh, these nameplates. Haha. Perfect. And then I was also told to make a chair back at my base to read stuff. So we'll do that at the end of the episode. We'll just read over everything. I think it's a good way to go about it. Then again, I was told that if I read stuff in locations, that they could be helpful. So let's read those two real quick. Oh man, I've got a lot to read. Here's Fred. This is the guy that drives the sea truck. Okay. Then this is the mechanic guy, the technician. Okay. So we get a little bit about them. That is cool. I wonder if there's someone else I missed then. Is there another building here? Or do they just think I didn't go into the observatory itself? I can't go that way. I think I got everything here. I did miss those nameplates, though. Okay. Doesn't look like I can do anything with a satellite. I really need to get over that heat plant before I freeze to death. Heat me. Okay, I think we are, I think we're good here. So, we're gonna head on to the next part. In episode 7, I was told that I missed, drove by a jukebox disc and a PDA. So, we're gonna go get that. And I'll meet you guys back where that was. Is this the ship I found earlier? I don't know, but it's freaking huge. Hello. I see a way inside. We're going in. I haven't quite found out where I was earlier, but we're checking this out. Wait, do I have the laser cutter? It's been a hot minute. I do! 2. Titanium ingot, I'll take it. High metal salvage. Copper wire, sick. We'll cut open that door in a minute. Ooh, hey. You. Scanned. Gotcha. There's just so much. Got a
new creature discovered.
Got a battery. And I'll scan the metal salvage. Gotta be careful not to get lost in here. Okay. That's the extent of this way. Can I go up? There's another cut door. That's an auction plan. I'm cutting this door. Wrong tool. There we go. Now we got the right tool. We're taking a detour. Because this interests me. Man, there's a lot going on here. I don't even know what the ship was called. It was like K something I saw. Ooh. Parallel processing unit what the fuck is that?
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
57 seconds of oxygen remaining. PDA, you're incorrect. You ready for it to be even more? 75. Bang. Ooh, double up. That's a... Ooh. You cut open boxes too. I gotta keep an eye out for that then. Man, I wish I could get my sea truck kind of in here, but I don't really want to get it stuck. Ooh, there's another fragment. Yes! I don't know what this is, but I'm super curious. Oh, I was freezing. Why was I freezing?
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Just a second. Let's get some air. Another thing I'd really like to try to do is track down the last part for the ultra high capacity tank. That's something I'd really like to do. I will come back to this cut door. I want to keep exploring in the direction I've been so that I can finish what I'm looking at. Not in here. This way. Okay, it's kind of hard to maneuver with that in here. Okay, that's a hole out. Copper wire. I mean, I will take the free copper wire. For sure. Alright, have I fully explored... Oh, now I can go up. Oh, hey, good timing. Thanks. Oh, wait, no, this is how I got up here, in here. So let's go back to where we were. So we're back in this room now. Is there any other directions that I can go? Yes. Power cell. Hey, perfect. I needed more of those. As well as those batteries are kind of clutch, because that'll save me having to collect quite as many things. Ooh, hey, I have the tool for the job. Number 4 for now. Whoops, my hands are off. I'm on the wrong buttons. I've made a big enough hole. You gotta cut this one open? That's weird. Cutting open a supply crate. Reactor rod! Well, that's cool. Just straight up found a nuclear reactor rod. Does that mean I know how to make them now? Oh, yeah. I didn't even have to open that up that way. Huh. Huh? Indeed. This is interesting. I really want to know what this ship is. Maybe I can find a bit of information. I also really want that third piece to whatever that parallel thing was. I don't remember. I don't recall its name off the top of my head. Oh, but this is our entrance. Oh, we've got to find another one. I'm sure there's one more. Surely there is. How do I get in there? From above, from the looks of it. Okay. Let's look around. Just hop in, grab some oxygen. We can do it. We can do it. Hydrate. Alright, maybe not from above. No, I hear you. You can just stop that. So we gotta work our way above. In this way. Oh, hey. How'd I miss this? Is there anything else I missed? Or was I just too distracted by the cut door? Wait, what was that? Nothing? Okay. Wait, did I ever even check out this top floor? I don't think I did. Oh, it's nice how they give you the laser cutter fragments in here. Alright, not right here. We can go this way. That's another entrance. This thing's so big. Ooh.
Warning.
Ooh.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, time for the air bladder. Oh, hello! Well, you can load items from your inventory into the freaking repulsion cannon now, or propulsion cannon now? You have my interest. Alright, let's get back to the sea truck entrance. And see if we can't find another way in. I want up there. And it's seeming like to get in there, gotta go through the roof. Which means I've gotta get up somehow. What about in here? Ooh, we can go higher up here. It doesn't look like we can get in either of these doors. I want that final part really bad. It's gotta be somewhere. Okay. Ooh, we missed this crate. I'll take it. Was that an advanced wiring kit or just a wiring kit? Just a wiring kit, but still. That's the one we cut open. There's gotta be another. Simply has to be. Also, I'm about to lose power on this thing. But luckily, we've picked up a few extra batteries. Alright, I'm gonna dig around in here and see if I can find some other way in to that room. I'll see you guys if I find something. Ooh, here's a PDA I missed. Mercury 2 PDA. We'll check that out. Ooh, can I open that up? No, that's where I got the first one. Alright, back to looking. We'll check that PDA out when we're safe. At least next time we go to our ship. To our sea truck. So I'm not doing it underwater. Let's just look at it. We're here.
I can only do repairs in spurts, and it's so inefficient. The larger tools seem to set off seismic activity nearby. A crew came back telling stories of gigantic worms burrowing in the ice. I don't know what they were going on about. They were hypothermic and frostbitten because they walked back to avoid angering them. The ice shelf is probably a bit unstable, and they got disoriented or something. To borrow from Diana, Orion's belt thermocouplings are not meant to be worked on in 20-minute spurts. If we break the process, we'll break the ship. But it's nice to hang out with Yasmin while we wait for the rumbles to stop. I hope she doesn't mind all my questions. I love hearing her voice. Her face lights up, and she's got the most expressive eyebrows. They're practically acrobats. The way she looks when talking about nuclear engineering is the same way I look at my grandmother's domades. The woman never sits down, though. She told me that she used to do decathlon in college, and I can believe it. She's like a bouncy ball, just all over the place. She makes rounds on the ship every day to see if people need help. I should do something nice for her. She's always helping everyone else. I wish I had a fraction of her energy.
So Mercury 2 is the ship. And did he mention an ice worm? I'm sorry. Ice worm. I don't love the sound of that, believe it or not. Well, anyways, I'm gonna keep searching around. I'm gonna find this freaking entrance. See you in a bit. Hey! A vent! Is this what I'm looking for? Is this what I want? Show me what I want. Put me where I want to be. Haha! We're in the room! Hey, there's a PDA. Mercury 2, logs and communications, Yasmin. Okay, I gotta...
finished the reactor checks. We dumped a ton of runoff, and we don't need the rods melting down. Then I helped with the scavenging, chopped some veggies with the cooks, and tried to help Diana, but she sent me down to engineering with Stefanos. I've been working with him the last few days. Stefanos. How to describe Stefanos? He's by far the most thorough engineer I've worked with, and no ego. He never leaves a job undone, no matter how late it is. I've never seen him awake before 11, and he always greets me by saying, Kalimera, Yasmin, in the sleepiest drawl. Not a morning person, that one. He listens with the slightest smile on his face and twirls this stray curl by his ear. He asks a billion questions, but I don't mind. He surprised me today. There's an empty room on the bridge, just a spot of negative space in the ship. He set a picnic there and said I need to relax. He even called me a busybody. There were these crazy glowing fungus things he found to set the ambiance. The most exciting part though, drum roll, he can jailbreak fabricators. He made a small batch of traditional Grecian dishes. But the craziest part? He managed to make a suitable falafel for me. I never thought I'd see a good falafel in deep space. Alhamdulillah. A quiet genius, that one. This planet may be a cold mistress, but maybe it isn't so bad.
Okay, so I've got 2 power cells here. So we're not doing too bad. Alright, so I'm tapping out of this place. If I am missing something, let me know in a comment. That would be great. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go back to try to find where I was looking for originally. See you guys in a bit. There it is. Alright. Didn't take me too much longer to find it. I'm told there's a jukebox disc here. And a PDA. And I want them. What's that? That's lithium. That's lithium. That's a crash fish thing. How'd I miss this crate? Wait for the crash fish. Get out. I need to fix the sea truck up. Number 2. I don't need a laser cutter right now. Fix her up. Okay, that's all good. Let's check this crate. Another battery. I'll take it. Ooh, there it is. Nice. First son die peacefully. Awesome. Alright, there's the jukebox discs. Jukebox disc. I don't know why I can't say that. But then there's a PDA around here too, and I want that as well. Ooh. Oh, did I not scan these? Ragged pitcher plant. Oh, duh. There's the PDA. Right in front of me. Control room rapid depressurization. Alright, let's read it. This one. To weld team and electrical. We're getting closer. I know the control room will change the process of base building. It contains all the information you need in a singular place. Energy delegation for the low sunlight areas, build layout, structural information, etc. We're leaps and bounds away from V1, which means we just rolled to the bottom of the ocean, even on flat ground. Rapid implosion is supposed to be painless. I hope that's true. Definitely a better way to go than the electrical fire in V5.7. Poor way to go. Super unfortunate radio call to overhear. Jasmine was the last worker that volunteered to test the control room, for hazard pay, of course. She was on the radio examining some information panels when she experienced rapid depressurization due to a hull breach. Apparently the panels were welded poorly and blew a hole in the wall. So, no hazard pay for her, or anyone else for that matter. At least she didn't suffer. This next build should have all the kinks ironed out. Wow. Okay. Alright. Yeah, they're dead. That's good. That's great. Wow. Let's head back to the base. There's a few things I'd like to do. I've got a lot of shit to read. But we'll do that at the end. Mainly, I want to try out this jukebox disc. Jukebox disc. Enunciation is hard. I want to try it out, and I would like to take a look at Delta map. Oh, it's a punchy boy. I was like, what the fuck was that? I'd like to check out the map to see where we can go as far as the places in relation to Delta Base. I'd like to check out another human area. For sure. I think that would be a good point to go to. Also, I'm caught up on all comments, so we're good to go in that regard. I'm recording this the day that episode 8 will come out, but before it comes out, because I gotta go to work today. But yeah, we're working on that. I'd like to check out another base, make a little bit of progress. I was really excited to check out that Mercury. I really hope that I didn't miss one of those parallel things. I don't remember what they're fully called. But I couldn't seem to find another one for the life of me. I don't know. I'm probably just missing something, but I could not find one. So maybe there's more parts of that ship. That's obviously not a complete ship. So maybe I can find more parts somewhere else. I'm gonna try to empty out some of this stuff. I don't want to name the locker, I just want in it. Okay. Here, have another power cell. Have a dead one, too. And I'll come back to the other parts real quick. Yeah, I'd like to check out some of these things.
Welcome aboard,
First things first, I want... Where is it? Here it is, Habitat Builder. Also, we unlocked windows, so I can put a window. Maybe we will. The window could be nice. I need some glass. Let's put a window in. Let's do that. I don't know why I opened this expecting to be able to open it. Also, my organics is now completely full. That's good. Sulfur. Take some crystalline sulfur. Don't really have anything else. I do have some ingots to put away. Copper to put away, but copper goes in components. The copper wire does, at least. And then the silver wire can go in components as well. Alright. Let me get some glass. I gotta focus a bit, instead of you guys watching me do a bunch of inventory management. Glass. It's not a great view, but it's a view. And we want the swivel chair. I'm gonna put it right there. Okay. So, I'm told that sitting down prevents your stuff from going down as you're reading stuff, like your food and your water, which is useful. Alright, architect's skeletal structure. A dense synthetic skeletal structure made from unknown alien components. It is estimated that the skeletal material would score a 10 on the Mohs test for material hardness. It is highly resistant to shattering due to its incredibly strong impact strength. Ground sampler. This alien artifact appears to be a programmable robot that collects and analyzes samples of soil and rock. Scans indicate the presence of equipment closely analogous to human-built lasers and spectrograph analysis equipment. Geological data, we learned rubies, scattered wreckage and uranite, nuclear power, applications, fauna, carnivores, crash fish. Crash fish is a carnivore. This unusual species has developed an emergency defense mechanism based on mutually assured destruction. Forward-mounted eye enables the creature to identify and track potential predators. Sulfur Plant. The Sulfur Plant has evolved to feed on sulfuric compounds secreted by the crash fish, which makes its nest within its leaves. Stronger, more protective plants provide superior nesting grounds, which in turn provide the plant with more nutrients from larger crash fish. Defense mechanism. Concentrations of sulfur build up in the organism over time. If the crash fish collides with something at sufficient speed, the spikes on its torso are impacted, triggering an explosive chemical reaction. Equip the stasis rifle, repulsion cannon, or similar before approaching the shallow caves. Cryptosuchus. Cryptosuchus is a large, shark-like beast, easily identifiable by its carapace of thin, bony plates. Structure. These plates are defensive bony structures that aid in heat absorption among thermal vents. It propels itself with wide-webbed flippers that displace massive amounts of water. Behavior. The Cryptosuchus is a bit of a contradictory creature. Despite its fearsome appearance, it's more roar than bite. While territorial, the Cryptosuchus tends to retreat from confrontation after being attacked once. This is likely a form of agnostic posturing. Aggressive fauna tend to avoid fights if the possibility of injury is too high. Avoid, but can be handled in a pinch. Squid Shark. This motherfucker. A Leviathan-class predator at the smaller end of the scale, with complex squid-like adaptations which allow it to hunt a wide range of prey. Is it a Leviathan? Expels swallowed seawater through vents on either side of the body, providing slow yet steady jet propulsion or terrifying bursts of speed. An internal jaw can be extended and clamped down around small prey, dragging them inside the mouth hole. 2 blue electrified tentacles dragged beneath the body, used to perform hit-and-run attacks on larger, slower targets, subduing them over time. Avoid. Large herbivores. Eye jelly. The eye jelly resides in deep waters. It is made of 3 distinct body sections: tentacles, the main body, and the bell. The end tentacles are covered in bioluminescent nodes which attract prey. When the tentacles are touched, they emit a shock through specialized cells called cnidocytes. Within these cells are venomous harpoon-like structures called nematocysts, which are triggered by touch. The eye jellies gently drift with little locomotion, though they can track movement with their large singular eye. Prey. It's an herbivore. I don't understand. Why does it say prey? I'm not following. Small herbivores. Arrow ray, a relatively small ray species capable of fast, evasive maneuvers. Feeds on plankton. The fins on its head form an isosceles triangle, which can tilt to perform fast and unpredictable maneuvers. Sharp forward fins are capable of spearing attackers who manage to catch up. Mostly harmless. Discus fish, a colorful small fish with a laterally compressed body. The discus generally survives off algae and other plants materials. They also serve as nutritious prey for many other larger or quicker members of the ecosystem. Despite their colorful appearance and lack of real defense mechanisms, they survive mostly by virtue of their relative agility and tendency to favor narrow crevices and other claustrophobic environments. Featherfish. The featherfish is a common species that lives in various biomes. Its coloring is distinct but also functional. The bright white on the belly of the fish helps keep it safe from predators below, blending in with the sunlight coming from through the surface of the water. Red featherfish. The red featherfish is a deep water variant of the more common featherfish. Its coloring helps to blend into the deeper, darker waters where there's less red light penetration. As a result, red and black fish are less visible to predators. Spinefish. Small, school mentality prey fish closely related to the hoopfish. Gray coloration. A combination of near-translucent flesh with white rib-like markings give the fish a deathly appearance. It takes advantage of this to avoid attention of predators. Behavior. Moves in schools for protection, but will disperse and flee if necessary, whereon those fortunate enough to escape the gaze of their assailants make for the sea floor and hide amongst the detritus. Edible with a low calorie count. Spinnerfish. A bizarre fish with star-like fins which spins to generate propulsion. Capable of very high speeds in a straight line, slow, wide-turning circle. Like other small prey fish, they feed on a variety of seeds and grasses around the seabed, and it's edible. Leviathans. We got the glow whale. Glow whales are communal leviathans approximately 30 meters long, often found swimming in the open ocean and occasionally breaching to the surface. Photophores. Glow whales contain several types of bioluminescence. Perhaps the most noteworthy are their photophores, which are incandescent glandular organs found at the corners of their eyes and the pods at the tips of their sail-like pectoral fins. Glow horns. The glow whale's blue horns behave similarly to tuning forks. The horns receive waves of sound in the water and help glow whales identify members of their pod from a distance. This ability is also used in hunting shoals to determine positioning of potential food sources. When pods of whales are at play, they emit a harmonious series of notes that resonate in their horns and release a series of chemicals that appear to create a joyful response in nearby whales. This note's frequency is too high to be heard by human ears. Assessment: passive, harbors barnacles and algae. Vent gardens. The vent garden is a stationary leviathan that anchors itself above thermal vents and houses aquatic flora inside its bell-shaped interior. Anchoring tentacles. 6 tentacle anchors at the vent. 6 tentacles anchor the vent garden to the sea floor around vents. Each tentacle is capped by a set of thick, curved hooks that grow downward, keeping the vent garden firmly in place. Transparent bell. The hollow bell of the vent garden has a narrow opening large enough to accommodate human entry. The vent garden feeds on thermophilic bacteria and other microorganisms that spew from the vent below. The top of the bell has an opening that continuously releases water to maintain consistent internal pressure. Symbiotic relationship. The bell houses 6 branching platforms that resemble coral. These platforms contain aquatic flora that remain safe from foraging herbivorous fish. In turn, the flora absorb and synthesize some of the heavy metals and gases emitted by the vents below. Docile, nutrient-rich, and harbors flora. Flora-wise, we have the 3 exploitable stuff: the flowering spore, floating spore emitted by the grand cotton anemone. The spore is slightly more buoyant than water and floats, suspended in its biome, and carried along by ocean currents. When the spore brushes against an acceptable surface, the spore breaks open, and a seed latches on in hopes of growing. Harvest for use in advanced material production. Gel sac. These organic structures grow on cave walls. The purple sacs, which arise from the surface, contain a low-density gel laced with spores. These burst from time to time, floating towards the surface and attaching onto the next rock face they encounter. While the gel sac is edible, its low density renders it invaluable advanced construction material. Aerogel construction applications. Flora sample used in advanced construction for the young cotton anemone. We've got the ancient ornamental plant. Molecular scans point to an incredibly slow cell metabolism, which is backed up by carbon dating. The plant cells appear to be engaged in a process known as transdifferentiation. This process alters the state of the cells and transforms them into a new cell type over time. Through this process, the plant continually replaces any poor biological material, allowing it to potentially live for an incredibly long period of time. The carefully regulated structure of this plant's cellular biology and the intentional nature of its display amongst other alien artifacts suggest that the architects designed and cultivated this plant for some kind of aesthetic or cultural purpose that we can only speculate about. Blooming raindrops. These aquatic flowers grow in various biomes. The thick bioluminescent bulb that grows out of the top of the stem stores nutrients and when sunlight is in short supply. Broken mandrake. The broken mandrake is a bioluminescent plant that roots itself to the surfaces in deep coral zones. Analysis indicates that it has accumulated many genetic adaptations for the permanent dark conditions. Double lung plant. A variation of the Luna plant, the double lung plant grows in shallow waters. Branches grow off of the main stem, and each branch develops a chamber. Each chamber is self-sustained by its branch. If one branch dies or is destroyed, the other branch chambers will utilize the nutrients left behind. Eventually, a new chamber will grow into an empty space. Fallen lily pad. Eventually, mature lily pads die. While the large leaf allows for an effective area for photosynthesis, there are limited nutrients stored in the earth entangled in its floating root system. When the mature lily pad runs out of nutrients, it will begin to wither and fall back to the seabed, which begins the cycle anew. The fallen lily pad provides nutrients for the young seedlings to grow and provide temporary nutrients for other flora and fauna. Frost anemone. The frost anemone grows on the underside of ice floes and icebergs. The anemone's tendrils are covered in thin, stinging hairs that paralyze small fish and plankton that are broken down for nutrients. The tendrils should be trimmed to effectively harvest the edible heart. Carefully harvest for high nutritional value. Grand cotton anemone. One of the largest multicellular organisms in this sector of 4546b, the grand cotton anemone is hard to miss. These species propagates by emitting a steady flow of spermatozoa, reminiscent of flower pollen, that are forced out of its opening as a result of gas exchange. Periodically, a large egg is expelled. Once fertilized, the egg develops into a planula larva, which drip through the local environment before establishing itself on the ocean floor. Collect eggs for use in advanced fabrication. Green Turnian. Green Turnians benefit from the lily pad life cycle. They tend to anchor themselves on lily pad roots near fallen lily pads to use the materials as nutrients. Hypothermial Vent. These hypothermal vents are created when water filters through cracks in the planetary crust and ultimately collides with hot magma. As a result, superheated water is then propelled upwards, bursting through the ocean floor. The water temperature at the vent opening was once hot enough to melt lead. The application of temperature and pressure over time resulted in the emerging rock structure. Despite the intense temperatures, these vents are home to their own ecosystems of life. At the bottom of the food chain, chemosynthetic microorganisms are found, life forms that feed off the vent's chemical emissions. Lily pad roots. Tangled, dense root structures that occasionally pull chunks of terrain from the seabed, connecting an intertwined network of plant life and suspended rock. Mature lily pad. Once the rising lily pad reaches the surface, its sealed fan slowly releases, causing the leaf to unfurl into a large flat circle that floats atop the surface of the water. Despite its size, the mature lily pad is able to float due to surface tension. Ragged pitcher plant. The ragged pitcher plant is the only known species of predatory underwater plant on 4546b. It grows on mineral-rich hydrothermal deposits. The bowl-shaped pitcher produces a concentrated brine that pulls inside due to its high density. When small organisms get too close, they are stunned, causing them to sink into the pitcher where they are dissolved and absorbed by the plant. Spiral plant. Reminiscent of mussel striations, the spiral plant contains a strong but lightweight fibrous material that is useful for insulation and pressure equalization. The spiral plant lives in symbiosis with the vent garden, which provides a safe environment for the spiral plant to grow. In turn, the mesh-like fibers of the plant filter out heavy materials or metals from the vent's emissions below. Okay, so I did learn something. I can go to a vent garden to find more spiral plants. That's good to know. I've got to condense this so I can actually see what I'm looking at. Maps. Okay, so this is Delta. This is Omega. So Delta, on the same island, there's something else. Alright, I'm going to do myself summon. Because we're coming close to the end of the episode. I'm going to look up the Greek is this Greek? Yeah, Greek alphabet. Okay. Delta is the triangle. This is Delta. This is Phi, or Phi. This is Omega. Where's the one with the slash? Maybe this is Outpost 0. Ooh. Oh, son of a bitch. Just hit my mic with my phone. I'll edit that out. So what else do I have? I've got the copper mining site, which could be this one or this one. Oh, no, that's feet. So it's this one. Because I'm assuming this is 0. Where did I crash? They had to be, like, here, right? Right? Well, I guess I could figure this out really quick. Which way is Delta Station? Oh, I gotta get up. Delta Station. Stop. Is mainly south from me. So I must be like here. So if I go the opposite direction, I can get to this thing. We're gonna do that next time. That is gonna be it for this time, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, I know it's been a lot of reading. Make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe if you want to be notified when I upload in the future. And with all that said, Have a good one, guys.